What is up, developers? It's Mike here, and you gotta know how to contribute to open source if you really want to elevate your GitHub profile to the next level. This is why in this video we're gonna be doing a practice contribution to our own repository here on DevTreasure, and we're also gonna be showing you how to do a real contribution to a real project out there on GitHub and adding it to your profile, of course. So let's get started. So let's start by explaining to you how to contribute to open source. And of course, a contribution, as I said, is like a piece of code you're gonna add, a revamp you wanna introduce, anything you wanna do to someone's code is called a contribution. It could be literally just adding a hi message. This is a contribution. So we're gonna add one just to fill this board. As you can see, this is a blank profile I have over here, which is called code@Mike. All right, and we're gonna contribute to a practice repository we created here in devtreasure.com for you to practice. Then we're gonna do a real life scenario, how to contribute to a real project already available on GitHub. Also, we're gonna explain how to find these projects and where to contribute, right? Because this is also a question some of you might ask, like, where should I contribute? What are the projects I should go on? Okay, you might get lost here. So we're gonna do all of that. First, here on code@Mike, I'm just gonna go to my own profile and we're gonna contribute now to this repository. And of course, I've outlined all the steps here if you got lost. So the first step we're gonna be doing is to fork this one. Fork is actually creating an entire copy of this repository, but in our name. So fork, and then choose yourself as owner, of course, and just fork it, create fork. Okay, now I've forked the project. Now we need to clone it locally in our own device. So just gonna click on code and just copy this and go to my desktop and clone this project. Now to clone a repo is super easy. Just create a folder and then go here and type cmd for a quick shortcut. The cmd is gonna open and type in git clone and paste this link and just enter. It's gonna clone this project. Then just navigate to the folder cd dev treasure dash contributions. All right, and then code and dot for the shortcut of Visual Studio Code. And now the project is gonna open directly in Visual Studio Code. Go to the readme.md file over here, and you will see some instructions over here telling you what to do. But before we do them, like before we actually contribute, we need to do a new branch. All right, so create a new branch for your contribution. Now we are on the main branch, but we need to create a second branch where we will work on it. This is how usually you should do it anytime you're doing contribution. So to do that, you need to do this command. Just gonna copy it, go to terminal, new terminal to open this terminal over here, and git checkout. I'm just gonna add my entry, or like adding entry. This is my own branch. And now I switch to a new branch called adding entry, and it shows over here. All right, so this is my branch. Now I need to modify what I want to modify. So add your own message. Go to this file, which is open readme.md. We opened it, and now we need to add this message. My name is your name, and I am here to get my treasure. So at the end of this file, you see this is a contribution. I'm just gonna say my name is Mike2, and for you, of course, if your name is John, my name is John, and then just put me your link so I can know who you are. To get this link, go over here, and this should be your profile URL, and just paste it right there. And this is markup, it's like a hyperlink. And then I am here to get my treasure, or you can say whatever you want, just a practice. All right, and now it's time to actually commit this and save it. And if you go here, you can see the source control that this needs to populate a change and then add in your message over here. So as you can see, this change is over here, so staged it. Okay, it's staged. And now add in your message. It's gonna be added an entry. Okay, commit, and now publish your branch. Now, once you've published your branch, you can go back and you can see that adding entry had recent pushes, and you can actually create a pull request. Creating a pull request means that you're telling that, okay, I've done a contribution and I want you to review it. And if this review passes, you will merge my code, or you will merge my request to your repository. So what's gonna happen is that once confirmed, the owner is gonna pull your changes and merge it with his own code. This is a pull request. So I'm just gonna click on that and request a pull request. So added a title, added an entry, and you can just explain what you've done. So I just did the training from Dev Treasures video. All right, could be anything, just explaining. And now just create the pull request. All right, so here you can track everything that's gonna happen. There's conversation, and you can check the commit. So the commit over here is this one, added an entry. This is what we created. All right, and here the owner is gonna come and he's gonna talk to you, and he's gonna say probably nice contribution, or like you didn't do well, or I don't like your code, or whatever, or change that, change this, you see. So here is gonna be everything related to communication. And if he approves your pull request, it's gonna merge to his repository. And now I'm gonna go back to my initial account and approve this pull request so we can see everything in action. So I am here on my main account. As you can see, a pull request got created, and I can see the pull request that we created from the other account. I can just go here and I can see the pull request. So Coded Mike just said, I just did the training from Dev Treasures video. So commits, I can just go here and I can review the commit, and I can see that this person just added this line. If this is good and I like it and I approve it, I can just go back and approve this. I can merge pull request, and here you go, confirm merge, and this is how I confirmed the merging. This is merged right now. So once I go back, I can see that this readme file got modified, and you can see my name is Mike2 and I am here to get my treasure. And also, as you can see, there's more improvements we can do here, like putting this line under it, like in a list, having all these in a list. And this is how you should find contribution opportunities. Like this is one opportunity to grab. Okay, go over here and fix this formatting. And usually these type of contributions are the easiest to do. Just go to readme files and fix documentations. People need that a lot because usually developers are busy writing code and they don't have time to actually work on their readme files, so you can contribute and help them do that. But anyways, I'm gonna just fix that myself and put them in a list just for better visibility. So let's talk how you should be getting contributions on a larger scale. This is just an exercise how it works. All right, let's do a real life scenario. Before we go in and talk about how you can get more contributions in real life, you can see that this profile got right now 3 contributions. First one is opened their first pull request, all right, created a repo, and created 1 commit in 1 repo. So these are 3 contributions I've got just by doing this exercise. And I also got an achievement. So this is how you should be building your board here, your table. To get these real-life contributions, I suggest you first go to your package.json on any project you've worked on, all right? And choose the package you loved working with so you can actually contribute to this project. So I'm just gonna do this exercise with you, and you can see a lot of React packages over here. And I actually liked working with the React circular progress bar. So I'm just gonna go here, okay, and go back to GitHub and search for this package. And this is how I'm gonna find something to do, a contribution to do. And I'm just gonna see what he has over here. Okay, he has a documentation and he has more stuff listed in issues. So once I go to issues, I can see a lot of issues over here created by people or by him, the owner. And I can find something that I would like to work on, okay? So what do I have here? Transition not working after value 80. Going past 100%. Let's check this out. And this person is requesting a new feature to be developed, which is a problem description for a circle progress bar, one which you can cycle back to start. If I could have the colors change each time it loops past 100, but only for the part above 100, that would be really great. Something like this one. So let me go back and explain to you what is this improvement that you need to be working on. But right now you got an idea, you got a request. You gotta right now fork this project, as I told you, and work on this feature if you like. Right now you're gonna write some code. To explain this idea more, I'm gonna show you the problem or the request happening here. Once I go to this code, you can see that this is the component I'm using. This is the package I'm using. Let me compile this real quick for you to explain to you this request. Let me go to localhost 3000. This is the component. And right now it has this small, filling over here because it's 2%. If I go here and just put it 110 and save it and go back, okay, you can see that the spinner over here is not like having a second color like this person described it in this request. What he really wants is actually when it hits more than 100, he wants a second color to come in. Okay, this is your task over here. You have to go into that package. So if I go back to the code and I click over here and go to definition, you see there's a big file here which has a lot of code, and you have to actually dig deep and see how you can do that. And by doing that and doing this new feature, you can contribute to this project and develop a new feature. And this is super important because if you do that and the hiring manager comes in and see that you actually contributed to an open source package and you developed a new feature, it means that you're a great developer. And of course, before you merge and everything happens, the owner has to test and make sure your feature is working like this is working. And once he approves your pull request, it's gonna show on your profile and you can pin it and do whatever you want with it, all right? But here you can actually go and comment, and if you're willing to do that, you can just do that and code it and make it work and contribute to this project. To recap, if you really wanna work on this task, for example, you need to go fork this repo and then clone it, create a new branch, work on this task, make sure it works, then stage your changes, commit them, push them, create a pull request, then chat with the owner, make sure everything is going fine, and once he approves it, you're done. And of course, there's a lot of stuff you can do other than that, like developing new features. There's a lot of bugs probably over here. So this is probably a bug, transition not working after value 80. And have a fill animation from 0 to value for first render. So there's a lot of stuff you can work on and contribute to this package and other packages also. And this is it, most probably how you should be doing it. And if you want, you can also go to GitHub, and GitHub will recommend stuff for you to do. Okay, you can go dig deep into the GitHub. There's a lot of stuff and activities you can do, okay, to contribute and provide value to this entire GitHub community. So go ahead, get your contributions, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's get your treasure together.